welcome you to the Lakewood College Military Lead Affiliate Program. We're really excited about you being here today, and we're excited about having you on the team. This is the first time that Lakewood College has ever had outside parties outside of our employees here at Lakewood College join us. So this is very exciting, and really you guys are not outside of Lakewood College because most of you are students or graduates. So it's really, really exciting to have some of our people who already know about the value of our programs and the rigor of our programs really be excited. And not only do we want you guys to be a blessing to us, but we want to be a blessing to you all and to help you prosper financially as well. So let's get into the meat of things. Let's talk about what this program is. So I comprise a short agenda here. And basically, it's we're going to go over about Lakewood College programs, about Lakewood College, what our programs are, what your position would be, how we would communicate with each other. We use a feature called Chatter, our compensation plan for you, weekly meetings that we have, and we have some really fun contests that we've planned for you guys. Things like round-trip vacation for two valued at $2,000. iPads, iPad mini. So it's some really exciting things that we have going on, flat screen TV, just some contests to get you excited and motivated about the position. And then we'll open it up at the very end for questions and comments. So let me just tell you a little bit about Lakewood College. For those that don't know, my name is Tanya Hagans, and I am the original founder of Lakewood College. And I'll just give you a brief history. Back in 1998, I decided to begin to teach mediation courses at the request of my own mother. She wanted to do something for volunteering and just bring in a little extra income, and she asked me if I could train her. And the reason she had asked me that, I had already graduated from law school. In addition to that, I had a master's in conflict resolution, and she asked me, hey, do you think there's any way that you can train me? And then I was trying to really deflect and say, hey, Mom, you know, there's all these other training companies out there. You could just go to one of those companies. And I thought that would help. I even showed her where some of them were. Back in those days, we still used telephone books, so I showed her in the local telephone books other mediation training companies. And she says, no, I really would like you to train me. So nonetheless, how can you say no to Mom, right? So I learned what I needed to do to get certified to become a trainer, and by the Supreme Court of Ohio. And so I began doing trainings, just face-to-face trainings, and I would have small groups, anywhere from 13 to 24 people that I would train face-to-face. And normally most of them would be earning their continuing education hours. And so as I began doing that, the word got around that I was a good instructor. It was a great compliment because that was never part of my original vision for myself. And people from other states began asking me to train, and they wanted me to come. And if you know anything about trainings and setting up trainings, brick and mortar trainings, when you're in a location, you have to drive to that location or fly to that location. And I really didn't want to do that at the time. I had a teenage daughter, and one of my missions was to really make sure that I stayed close to her. So it was really important that you know, we had this bonding time. So I didn't want to always be traveling and away from her. So one of the things that I did, I thought about, what if I put this training online? I wonder if other people would be interested. And at the time, I thought, oh, maybe, you know, I'll train 2 or 3 people a week. I mean, 2 or 3 people a month. And I thought that would be phenomenal. And I said, well, this will be great. I'll be able to teach other people to be peacemakers. I'll be adding something back to the community, to the world. And lo and behold, the first month I put it online, 35 people enrolled. I was like, oh, boy, now this is a business. This is not just something I'm doing in my part-time. So then I wound up training and continuing to train to this day over 35 new people per month that sign up for our mediation training program. So as we continued in the online environment, our students began to ask for different programs, more programs. They wanted us to become accredited. They wanted us to become, involved. And that's what we did. We listened to our students. We believe in that here at Lakewood College. And as a result, we now have 2 degree programs, and we have 8 vocational programs. And as you all know, we're nationally accredited. We have a Better Business Bureau rating of A+. We believe in under-promising and over-delivering. That's our motto. We really believe in that. So let me just tell you some things that you may not know about Lakewood College other than that. We are a nonprofit organization, so we are a 501c3. So what that means is we don't have shareholders or anyone that's receiving profits for funding the school. So as a nonprofit organization, we definitely have what we call a mission statement. And our mission statement is right here in this upper right-hand corner. We believe in improving the lives of our students by providing affordable, that's one thing, excellent, and in-demand programs using various distance learning methods. So we have 3 prongs that we really stand to is we want our programs to have excellence. That's why we participate in being accredited, because a third party checks out our curriculum, checks out our staff, checks out our financials, and we want to make sure that we're a premier provider. In addition to that, we have this new competitive advantage, and this is what makes us different, I believe, from any other college that's out there. We believe in holding your hand from registration to graduation and beyond. And what I mean by that, when you first interacted, and many of you already know this, when you first interact with the very first people that you talk to, which is our registration department or our admissions department, we don't just tell you, oh, go fill out the forms and then come back to us once you're approved. We actually walk you through that process. Most schools don't do that. We walk you through the process. We talk to you. We provide you with any forms that you need, and we prepare you for the interview that you would have with the particular funder. So that's our competitive advantage. In addition to that, we don't let it go there, because many schools do that. They hold your hand at the beginning because they want to get the funding. But what we've added are some really cool services. One of the things that we have here is we have a marketing department, Jessica Regal, and I'll show you her picture a little bit later. But Jessica Regal is constantly reaching out to our students with contests and all kinds of fun things on Facebook. We believe that that's part of the fun factor of being in college, being able to have community with others. So that's one of the things we do. One of the new, most fantastic parts of Lakewood College is actually our success coaches. We have 3 success coaches. Each of them have 500 students each, and they call all of their students every 2 weeks to remind them about completing assignments, asking them if they need any additional resources, providing guidance in any way possible that the student may need. So that's one of the unique advantages about Lakewood College that many other colleges do not have. The last thing that we do is, so you're always having this hand-holding experience. If you need it, that's fine. Some people don't want their hand held, but we're there to hold it if you do need it. The other thing that we have is we have unique experiences as far as live chat. You can live chat with any of our student services reps 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, or you can call in and talk to someone. So you actually talk to a human. It's not a call center. And we love that. We love the fact of communicating with our students. We love hearing wonderful stories. We even share in, comforting students at a time of need. For those of you who don't know, I am a veteran. I am a former military spouse as well, so I really understand the environment. My dad was in the military. He was in the Marine Corps. My mom worked for the Navy for 23 years. And I served for 6 years in the Air Force, and my daughter is now in Kuwait in the Army. and she's been in the military for the last 10 years. So the military background is something that's very strong here, and it's something that we'll always make sure that we are providing a great environment for our students. In addition to that, just one other quick point is that we've been voted a military-friendly school for the past 4 years. We think that's phenomenal because it's a very high standard to get into that group. So we've been named a military-friendly school. So that's one of our that's part of our competitive advantage. And the last part I just want to mention is our career placement office. Many of you may have spoken to Shermelle Schaefer, but Shermelle Schaefer heads that department, and we also have career preparation. So we do some cool things like career preparation. We help you prepare your resume, your cover letter, and we also do a mock interview with you. And these are no additional charges to the student. It comes with your program here at Lakewood College. That's the joy of having a nonprofit organization. You could provide all these services without nickel-and-diming your students. Then the additional thing that we have is a placement person, which is Shermelle Schaefer, and she makes sure that our students get placed. In fact, we have over an 83% placement rate. So we're really proud of that. She works very closely with the students and employers and making sure that our students get placed. Two of the largest contracts we have are with CVS and Walgreens for our pharmacy technician program. So we work very closely with those programs to get our students placed. We also have phenomenal student services. Each student interaction is evaluated to make sure that students are having a phenomenal experience. We have the success coaches, as I mentioned, and we have job placement for life. So students can come back again and again and again. No matter if they left one job, they can come back free of charge and have job placement services. So I'm going to play a quick video for you. This is an explainer video, and this is something you can share with other people. It's a YouTube video, so I'll make that link available in our chatter space so that if you would like to share, that would be great. I'm going to make sure my speakers are up here. Just one moment before I show the video. Okay.
Meet Jane, a hardworking mother and wife. She has made a decision to enroll at an online college and seems to be overwhelmed with all the choices available. This is when her friend Susan introduced her to Lakewood College, a nationally accredited, nonprofit online college offering programs for medical, legal, and business professions. Susan explained to Jane the following benefits about Lakewood College. No out-of-pocket expenses for qualifying active duty military, veterans, or military spouses. For the students that have to pay, Lakewood College offers monthly payment plans with low down payments and 0% interest. No credit check is required. Students graduate 100% debt-free. Access your course from any part of the world through your laptop, PC, tablet, or cell phone. Download textbooks and study on the go. You can study from the comfort of your home. No need to wait to get started. Lakewood College enrolls year-round. Get trained for in-demand careers in the business, legal, and medical fields, and receive job placement assistance. At Lakewood College, we hold your hand from registration to graduation and beyond. You'll never feel alone. You will be assigned to your own admissions representative, a success coach, professor, and much more. Go ahead and enroll for your favorite course at Lakewood College. Call 1-800-517-0857 or visit www.lakewoodcollege.edu now to get started.
So as you see, that video is a quick explainer video. Even if you wanted to send it to someone who's on the fence and not really sure, that's a great way to share information. And I just want to give you a quick comparison about Lakewood College in comparison to other schools. Here are some key benefits and features of Lakewood College. If you notice on the left-hand side, some of our competitors, especially with the military spouse market, many of them are not even accredited. They are doing quite well, but they are not nationally accredited or accredited by anyone. So we are nationally accredited, and that means that someone else has come in and reviewed and made sure that our programs have the rigor that's required. We do an admissions walkthrough. Most other schools do not do that. They ask you to just simply get the forms. Our student satisfaction rate is 99.7. It's posted on our website. In case you want to check it out, it is at lakewoodcollege.edu/rates.php, and those links will be provided in the chatter space as well. We have an 84.3% placement rate. Most other schools do not even mention what their placement rates are. We have a 98% graduation rate or completion rate. That's phenomenal. Many schools just care about getting people in the door. We not only care about getting people in the door, but we want them to graduate. We're really concerned about them having an improved life. We offer in-demand programs. So we offer programs where people can actually get jobs. We don't want people just to take basket weaving or dog walking. We want people to have a career that they can be proud of, even if it's an entry-level career where they're starting and going to move up to bigger and better things later. That's really important to us. And one of the key things I think is really cool that each student is assigned to their own instructor. So they're not left on their own. They don't have to figure it out. Even though we're an online college, we want our students to be able to interact with someone should they have a question or a concern. Our instructors must communicate within 2 business days when they receive inquiries. If they're not receiving that type of communication, it is really, that's why we do have the success coaches and we do have the student services reps that serve as a liaison between the two. So there's other people to call. They also have a success coach. No other school that I am aware of has a success coach. Someone there, they may have student advisors. It's a much different function. A success coach is really there to help you form strategies to succeed in college, and they really care about you succeeding. In fact, one of their metrics for their position, which we call statistics, each employee is assigned statistics here at Lakewood College. One of their statistics is about the success of their students, so it's really important that they help their students become successful. We have job placement for life, and there's no charge. Most other schools do offer job placement assistance, but they offer it for free. For a fee. We have resume and cover letter preparation. Most schools do not provide that service. We provide that. We think that's very important that you have a professional email, a resume, and a cover letter so that you're prepared when you interview. Also mock interviews so that we make sure that before you go out on a real interview, you actually have a real chance to be critiqued so that you don't do those things when you are actually in front of someone. We have an online graduation ceremony every quarter, which is pretty cool. Most companies just send you, most other online schools send you your information in the mail, so you don't really get to have an online graduation ceremony. And one of the coolest things that we have here is we've been named as one of the top 40 employers in Ohio. And what that means is when you have happy employees, you're going to have happy customers, because people that like to do what they do reflect that onto the customer. So let's talk about the types of programs we have. We have 2 degree programs and 8 vocational programs. So like I said, we have in-demand programs in business, medical, and legal fields. So in the business area, we have an associate degree in business management. In the medical arena, we have pharmacy technician, we have administrative medical assisting, we have medical billing and medical coding. In the legal arena, we have an associate degree in paralegal studies, we have mediation, paralegal. I got a little ahead of myself there. In the legal field, we have the associate degree in paralegal studies, mediation, paralegal, and criminal justice. And then we also believe that, some people have not prepared, have not been able to prepare for post-secondary programs. And so we provide a GED preparation course. And we really strongly encourage people to participate in that program if they don't have a high school diploma or a GED. So what is a lead affiliate? It's really, really a simplistic thing. Here at Lakewood College, it's a person or a company who brings qualified leads to a company or organization in order to increase the number of customers. Here at Lakewood College, these are independent contractors. And the reason we decided to do a lead affiliate program is we wanted like-minded people to come and be enrolled here at Lakewood College. We know that those of you who applied are fantastic students or fantastic graduates or have been referred by fantastic students or graduates. And we know that you would bring like-minded people, so we want to have that same type of people that would come into the school. So also we would like to increase our student body, so that means more customers. So Chatter, what is Chatter? Chatter is simply our form of Facebook for our community. I have set up a group just for the lead affiliates at Lakewood College. So you'll see lead affiliates at Lakewood College. Everybody's been sent an invitation. I see some people have actually already uploaded their picture. I'm asking that everybody does upload a picture so that we all can see what we look like. But one of the cool things here is where we're going to share documents. We're going to share advice. You'll also be notified of contests that come up. In addition to that, you can actually install it on your telephone free of charge. There's a free app for Chatter, so you just use your same login and password when you set it up on your phone, and you can look at your Chatter just like you look at your Facebook. It's really cool because it keeps you up to date and keeps you in the loop. You can even share things like, this is my newborn baby, check out us at the beach. We share all kinds of stuff in-house on Chatter. Everyone in the company has a Chatter account, and we share with each other. So that's one of the really cool features of Chatter, is being able to communicate. And maybe you came up with a great idea or a really nifty flyer that you would like to share with other people, or somewhere where you're realizing that you're getting more leads from and you want to communicate it to the other people in the group. That's a great place to share. And by the way, there are 14 lead affiliates that were chosen, so there will be other people that you're going to be sharing with. Now, compensation, how is it structured? Well, lead affiliates are paid $10 for each qualified lead. And so what does a qualified lead consist of? They must be a military spouse with the ranks of E1. Their spouses must have the rank of E1 through E5, O1 through O2, or W1 through W2. And that's simply entry-level positions until the military. Also, these leads must be verified by telephone. And I'll tell you why we made this stipulation. We actually did a pilot program of something similar to this. It wasn't called lead affiliates, but we had one of the people that we were testing in the pilot, and they were providing us with a huge number of leads, but none of them could ever be contacted by telephone. So we were never able to talk to anyone or able to connect with them to help them become a student. So it really was of no benefit to Lakewood College. So that's why we say they must be verified by phone. And you would want to tell the people that you're talking to that, it's important that they answer their phone because that's part of the process. We need to talk to them on the phone in order to help them become a student. So let's talk about the pay period and how leads are paid. And I just want to make a quick note. If you look at the bottom here, lead affiliates must have 30% completed applications to be considered for continued relationship. Affiliates that fall below this number will be notified of probationary status and could face termination as a lead affiliate. This percentage is the bare minimum for participation in contests. So when I talk about that, let's say you have 10 leads. Well, 3 of them must actually have an interest and complete our application for enrollment. Now, whether or not they change their mind after they've completed the application, they must go through the whole process of completing an application with Lakewood College. So I'll give you a little bit more about that. That means they've gone through the process, and many of you will know what this means, of doing their plan upload and doing their financial assistance. That means that their application is completed once they finish that process. So you have to have at least 3 out of the 10 people that you're referring actually go through with a completed application. Okay? So let's talk about pay. The pay periods are set up very nicely. I sent you all a link out so that we can set up your payroll, and that so I can give you your website. Each one of you will be assigned your own website, and I'm going to show you how that works. So, for example, if you brought in 80 qualified leads with a 30% conversion during April 12th through 25th, like Jane in this example, she brought in 80 qualified leads with 30% conversion during April 12th through 25th, and she will be paid $800 on May 16th by direct deposit. And let me just show you where the payroll calendar is, and all of you will receive a copy of it. So this is when I was saying April 12th through the 25th. This is our payroll start dates, and this is payroll end date. So this is something that you'll want to probably print out and have for your records. So April 12th through the 25th. And when it says reports are due, this is when we do our final count of everything that goes into that payroll period. So anything from April 12th to 25th, that's people who clock in here at Lakewood College. They're paid on May 2nd. But for you all, any leads that come in between April 12th and 25th will be paid on May 16th. Any leads that come in from April 26th through May 9th will be paid May 30th. So you just look at the very next pay period. But we pay on time, we pay direct deposit, and like I said, that money comes directly to your account. And because you're an independent contractor, no taxes are taken out or anything, so if you have 80 leads, that's $800, and that's deposited directly into your account. So, and if you have any questions at the end about that, I will be more than happy to explain that in detail. So that's how our compensation is done. Now let's talk about our weekly meetings. Our weekly meetings, we like to have fun here at Lakewood College. I don't know if any of you saw our Facebook page, but we had National Go to Work in Your Pajamas Day, Friday. That was the day that one of our employees looked up and found out that it was National Go to Work in Your Pajamas Day. So many of us in here decided to wear our pajamas to work. And we like to have fun here at Lakewood College. We believe in not having a stuffy, puffy environment. We believe in having fun. In fact, most of our employees are young and cheerful, and they like to have a good time. So we want the same thing from our meetings that we'll be having with you all. And in fact, we'll have other affiliates who want to share some success stories, some exciting new techniques they may have learned. But we're going to meet each Saturday at 2 o'clock, rise or shine. And we won't have a PowerPoint necessarily at each meeting, so you could simply just be in your car going somewhere and call in and listen to the meeting. So each week, the same time, we'll have a meeting, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. We will record the meetings as well so that if anyone missed it, that they're able to listen to it at a later time. Contests. We are excited about contests. And let me just show you something that I set up earlier today. Many of you may have already received a notification for the contest, but let me show you what that looks like. So as you see, I have many of you. If you don't see your name, it's probably because you're on the second page there. But this is how the contest will look. And so when you log in, you'll get to see where you stand, how many points you have. And so you'll get 1 point per lead. And so that's really cool as far as that's concerned. And you'll be able to see your status. So for example, nobody has any points because nobody's brought any leads yet. But let me go back here. If I just hover over Lyra, right now she's in first prize, only first place, only because nobody has any leads, and it just is putting people in, I believe, alphabetical order. So Lyra is leading right now just because her name starts with B. But once you start actually submitting leads, you will see that. In addition to that, you'll receive a report every day about the competition and who's in what. So this first competition is called May Madness. It actually starts tomorrow. It begins tomorrow, ends May 30th. And how that'll work is however many leads you obtain, you'll get 1 lead per point. How many qualified leads you bring in, you get 1 lead per point. So that places you in that order. Now the prizes that we have, and let me just show you those so that you know what we're looking at for prizes. And I'll send you all the guidelines for it. But this is what the prizes that have been selected for this particular meeting, this particular contest. So you'll see the first prize is a vacation for 2. So that's round-trip air and hotel stay for up to $2,000 in value. So that's first prize. So that would be the person that brings in the most leads. And we'll have a minimum. I believe the minimum would be, because it's about 5 weeks total, don't quote me on this, but it would be a minimum of 20 leads per week, so 100 leads for those 5 weeks. And that would get you to qualify initially. But obviously, if someone had 150 leads, they would be above you, so they would receive the first prize. The person in second place would receive a flat screen TV valued up to $1,000. Third prize would be an iPad. Fourth prize would be an iPad mini. And then fifth prize would be a $100 Visa gift card. So those are cool prizes in addition to your compensation. So just something for you to think about. Let me just review Chatter real quick just so you see what it is. And I'll go to our group here. Katrina has been quite busy. We're glad that she's excited, and you'll see the post just like on your Facebook page. I see someone has put up a picture, Victoria. Thank you, Victoria, for putting your picture up. Katrina, I think you put yours. Let's see. And this will tell you all the people who are there. Ashley Wakil. So we have some people who are posting their pictures. But this is how we'll communicate. You can do a post, a simple post. You can also upload a file. You can give a link. There's other things that you can do. You can ask for a poll, or you can make an announcement. So these are cool features that we have that are available to you. If you're looking for the payroll calendar, I already posted it on this page. Just simply click down to the 2014 payroll calendar and click download PDF. In addition to that, or if you're just coming by, you just want to look at it, you don't want to really download it, you can just simply open it like this and then hit the full screen option in the corner, and it'll make it a little bit bigger. So you don't have to download it, but it's always good to download files. This is your payroll setup link, and we really need these forms completed so that we can set you up for your payroll, because we don't want any problems when it's time to pay you. So it's really important. The quicker that we get that, the quicker I can give you your website and you can begin, and the quicker we can set you up with payroll, because it does take a few days to get that all set up. So let's look at the payroll setup link. and some of you had questions about it. So when you click on this link, you're going to put in your entire name here. So I'm just going to put Jane Doe. And I'm going to put Jane at Doe.com. You're not going to change anything for signer 1 or signer 2. You're going to click Begin Signing. Once you click that, it will send you an email to your email address with the access code. And you will put that access code in here and click Validate. Once you do that, you can begin signing the form. So why don't I will actually do one for real for me. So hold on one second, just so you can see it being done. I have to use a different email address. Just make sure. Let me just use it. We're going to begin signing. And I just want you to see this so that so you get your activation code, which I should have it. Let's see. And it's right here. So you copy it and paste it back into the access code and click Validate. Now you're ready to begin signing the documents. So you want to first click I consent to use electronic records and signatures, and click Review Documents. And then you just click Start. So the first thing you'll do is put your name in. If you have a business and you want to put your business name in, you'll put it there. It has to be a registered business. Then you'll want to choose whether you're an individual or sole proprietor. If you're doing it on your own, you'll know that you're an individual. Most people are individuals. But if you have a company and it's a corporation, S Corp, or partnership, or any of those, you would fill in that. But most of us would be filling in your name, click individual, and then you'll put the address down here, 123. I'm just making up one. And then you'll put the city. And you'll put the city, Cleveland, Ohio, 44112. Okay? Now, if you are an individual like most of us, you'll just put your Social Security number in here. But we need your real Social Security number so that we can pay you. And then you'll sign here. So when you click here to sign, you see this pop-up window that comes up? I gotta X out of something because it automatically fills in. You want to put in your full name how you want to sign. So I always sign with my middle initial, so I'm going to put Tanya L. Hayden. Now you can select the style. I usually just select the one that's here. You can change it if you don't like it. You can choose another signature if you like it like that better. Or you can actually draw it yourself. So you could draw your own signature. It doesn't ever come out too nice. So I just usually select a style. So we're just going to keep that style and click Adopt and Sign. Then hit the Next button, and it'll take you where you need to sign next. So the next thing you want to look at is the Code of Ethics. Anyone who's associated with Lakewood College and talks to prospective students must sign off on this. This is from our accrediting agency. And two other things that I'm just going to review with you very quickly is the use of the word free. We cannot use the word free You can speak as a personal testimony and tell about how your experience was. We can use the word no charge, no cost, but not the word free, because they believe that it incites people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. And so not the word free and not the word guaranteed. So you can't say things like, we guarantee you'll get a job. We can't use those words. So just remember the words free and guarantee are not for me, and that will keep you safe. So then you click sign here again, and since you already picked a signature before, it'll keep that same signature. Here, this is our direct deposit form, and so you'll choose whatever kind of account you want your funds to go in, whether it's checking or savings. I'm going to put checking here, and it'll go into your net pay. So you want to click checking or savings and net. And then you want to put the name of your bank, charter none. I'm going to just choose, and let's say the branch is in Cleveland. I'm just going to put branch. If you're not sure, that's not a mandatory thing, but the city, state, and zip is important. Cleveland, Ohio, 44112. Okay, it would be nice if I spelled Ohio right. And then you put your, so you'll put your transit or ABA number, which if you look at the bottom of your check, it's the first 9 numbers on the left-hand side of your check. That tells us what bank it should go to, and then your account number. And then you'll fill in your name here. And then you'll click sign here. Then this is the most important part. You'll actually want to attach a check. So you'll click, you want to void the check out first. You can take a picture with your phone and simply email it to yourself and then save it on your computer if you're doing everything from your computer. Or if you're doing this from your phone, if you have it already saved on your phone, you just simply click attach, and you browse the document. And I'm just going to put a picture. This is little Hanan Ali. We sponsor a child from Ethiopia, so that we have Jeans Fridays, every Fridays here in the office, and we have a child that we sponsor. So each of us pays a quarter so that we can contribute to Hanan, and that's a picture of Hanan. It's actually a nice young lady. So this is your memorandum of understanding between you and Lakewood College. It explains who you are, when this agreement has become effective, and it's between you and Lakewood College, what date it begins on, and then it talks about how much you will be paid, and it also talks about when you'll be paid. It talks about termination. The agreement may be terminated by either party upon 30 days written to the other party. It talks about the relationship, the ownership, the confidentiality. So make sure you read all this, and then you'll want to click on where it says initial, and then click on sign. And then once it says all fields complete, you click confirm signing. Once you click confirm signing, you can actually view the document. I would suggest that you view it and print it. So now that you're viewing it, you can actually print the document out for your records and save them as a PDF. And so you have the whole thing already filled out just as you filled it out. That's one of the cool features. So that link is available in our chatter page. In addition, I've emailed each person that link. I believe Ashley did complete the link already, and I did inbox you on chatter. So you can inbox people too in the group. So let's say you just wanted to send a message just to me, you can inbox me and send me an inbox message. So like if I wanted to send Katrina a message, I just click on her, and then I can just have a conversation between Katrina and I. So that's how it all works. And let me get back to my PowerPoint here. And then this person is someone that you will want to know who she is. That's Jessica Regal. Jessica Regal is our in our marketing department here at Lakewood College, and she will be monitoring the leads every day. So she'll know all of the numbers that come in, and I am going to give you a sample now of how we're able to manage it. Each of you has your own landing page, so you'll be able to see how many leads are coming in on a daily basis. So let me just see. Would any of you like to volunteer me to go to your landing page so that you can see how it works? Anybody? You can just type it in the chat box. Okay. Thank you, Victoria. So we'll use your page. So Victoria is Victoria Dwight. Yours is called fundingformilitary.com. Okay, so we're going to go to funding for...
You guys got my purse back there?
fundingformilitary.com. Okay, so this is her landing page. And all of your landing pages look exactly alike. There's nothing different. So we're going to do a test lead. We're going to do test. And let me just, before I fill out this landing page, let me just show you how we track our leads. We use a system called Leads 360. And right now, these are the leads that we have in our system. So as you notice, Amanda Miller is the one at the top now. But I am going to use Jane again. She's good. Jane Doe. And I'm going to put in Jane's phone number, her verifiable phone number. Oops. 214. And you can put it with hyphens or no hyphens. Our system will automatically hyphenate it. And then you can put her email. So I'm going to put Jane123 and then I'm going to choose her military affiliation. She's a military spouse, and she's qualifying E1 through E5, and she wants to do the pharmacy tech program. And I submit now. When I hit the submit now button, a few things happen. One, it automatically is put into our lead management system. That's fantastic. But the other thing that happens is every single admissions rep at Lakewood College, their phones begin to ring simultaneously. The first person that presses 1 gets that lead and is able to help that student. We don't pay on commission, so anybody's happy to help the student, so that's something you should know. They're not paid on commission. But watch what happens. So I'm going to click Submit Now. And remember that Miller person was the first name that was there before. Now watch this. You see that? Jane Doe. And the way that we know that it belongs to Victoria Dwight is, see, it says it right here, fundingformilitary.com, be right. So I just wanted you to see that. That's how we're able to manage, and we know what leads you're sending. Each person has already been set up with a landing page that has tracking code on it so that you're able to market your page however you desire. And that's basically it in a nutshell. Like I said, Jessica is going to be your go-to person. You'll get that on your information that I'll send to you, which is your little welcome letter. It'll have all of that information. Yes, I know. I will make sure that I change that, Victoria. When I was setting this up, that was my fault. It should say Dwight, and I will make sure that I change that. But we will make sure that you get credit for that because the landing page is listed how you want it as well. So Jessica will be your go-to person. You will have her phone number, and you'll be able to communicate with her about your numbers on a daily basis. In addition to that, you won't even need to do that. You will receive a report every morning at 2 a.m. So as soon as you get into your report, you log into your computer every morning, you'll have a report with all your leads that were generated. You'll have what you generated as a whole, and then you'll have what you generated for that day. So it's generated at 2 a.m. and then sent to you at that time for the previous day's leave. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for any questions or comments. And like I said, once we receive your documentation, you'll receive a welcome letter with your landing page URL or the address. And then you'll also receive the person that you'll be assigned to as far as marketing. That will be Jessica Regal. You'll receive her contact information. And last, one thing I forgot to mention is each of you will have your own admissions rep that you can communicate with. And I tried to pair you with the person that actually enrolled you. In order to spread everyone out, you may not be assigned to the person that registered you. So you'll have that person's inside phone number so that you can have direct access. So let's say you're somewhere and you have someone right in front of you who's ready to get started. That admissions rep would handle it right away for you, and you would get credit for that. So that's a cool feature we think we have as well. So let me go ahead and open everything up for questions. And I want to thank you all for your attention ahead of time. If you have background noises that you would like to mute, like dogs or you're somewhere partying, please press *6 so that you stay muted. Thank you so much, and we look forward to your questions. Okay, everybody, any questions, comments? Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, does anybody have any questions? Is there something you feel I didn't cover?
I do.
Somebody says I do?
Yes, it's Amber Hyman.
Okay, yes. Hi, Amber.
Hi. My only question is there a recommended, is there a recommended way to try to get leads, like, using Facebook or forums, or, what is the recommended way to do that?
We really don't have those because this is a new program, and we advise our lead affiliates, because you guys are independent contractors, to devise whatever ways have worked with you or you feel would be prosperous. Many people, and that's one of the questions that I believe Summer asked in her initial interview, is
yes,
how would you devise a strategy? So we wanted people that actually had thought of ways ahead of time that they could use or employ, whether it's becoming part of memberships of what's on the base or using Facebook. I do know that there are other schools that have similar programs, and their spouses use Craigslist. They use, they also use Buku, and what else have I seen? Buku, and they use forms, like different forms, like military spouse forms. But you have to check the rules to make sure that it is permissible.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, that's what I had told when I spoke with Summer. Those were my suggestions, but I just wanted to make sure or see if there were any other recommendations. But so we can pretty much, as long as we're following the rules, try to get leads any way we want, right?
Absolutely. Just make sure you always look at the rules of the site, and then also make sure that you don't use the word free and guarantee.
Okay. My other question is where we're at, they, often have like these conventions and stuff, and like people that set up booths. I mean, I don't know if I've never been to any of them, so I don't know if you guys are already visit those type of things. They're usually like military spouse type deals where people that sell things, or I don't know, like I said, if there's schools there. But I guess my other question is too is would it benefit to use? Can you have like cards made, like business type cards?
Well, what you could do, I mean, what we've seen in the past when we did a pilot program of this in the past, and let me just tell you a couple things that work for us that we've done personally here at Lakewood College. Most of the commissaries will let you set up a table for free within the commissary. You just call the manager of the commissary and you can simply ask them, do you mind if I set up a small little table? It doesn't even have to be a table. It could just be like a chair and just information. You can actually have flyers. But what I've seen people do in the past when we did pilot this program before is people made their own flyers and they had their names printed on those flyers. Obviously, in the future, once you're becoming a top lead affiliate, Lakewood College doesn't have any problem with providing you with business cards or anything like that. Like, especially business cards, they're relatively inexpensive. But this is a new program, and we really don't know what works yet, to be honest with you, and I don't want to tell you what will work for sure. But that was one of the things that we really wanted to make sure is people had already connections with the community. But you don't have any restrictions on what you're able to do, long as it's legal, A, and B, permissible under our guidelines.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, Amber. That was a very good. Those were very good questions.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And obviously, Summer is available if you have any questions related to payroll. Summer handles all the payroll. She is over the HR function of the organization. So if you have any questions about payroll, or you're not receiving your payroll, or you got too much in your payroll, that will be the person to speak to.
Okay. I already know, though, that I'm actually going to have to redo my direct deposit form because I know I did it wrong after watching you do it. So how will I go about doing that?
No problem. That's exactly why we did it now, because I just wanted to make sure that I did show you how to do it. The most important thing in the beginning is just making sure you fill in your complete name where it says your name. Just put your first name and last name. If not, it won't fill out the form correctly, and then we'll need you to do it all over again.
Okay.
But this recording will also be available on Chatter. Did everybody get their Chatter IDs and their login and password?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. If you did not receive it, you can send me an email. I'll give you my email address. Everybody at Lakewood College, it's their first initial and last name at lakewoodcollege.edu. Mine is T as in Tom, Haggins, Haggins, as in Sam, at lakewoodcollege.edu. So that's T. Haggins at lakewoodcollege.edu. So if you have any further questions and you don't want to ask them on the line, I'm available offline as well. I have my phone with me 24/7, which I receive all my emails on my phone. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what happens. Any other questions from anyone? No?
Well, Tanya, I just wanted to make a comment.
That's Summer?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to thank everyone for coming to the orientation today. You know, I got a chance to talk to each and every one of you, and the reason why that I chose you is because I definitely saw the, you know, the excitement and the talent that you have. So we are definitely excited that you are going to be a part of this program, and we just are really looking forward to some great things that we know that you all will do with Lakewood College.
I agree. Well, thank you all for your time. We are going to, at this point, end the call. And like I said, I'll have this recording available up probably within 24 hours because we have to translate it and then upload it. But thank you once again. If you need to review anything at all, please let me know. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, too.